I'm about to go meet my wife up at our lake property, and I wanted to surprise her by installing this real carbon fiber spoiler from Hansshow on her Tesla Model Y. How is she gonna react? I don't know, because we haven't installed it yet. So today we're gonna do the full install and review of this carbon fiber spoiler. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Anton, a power engineer, industrial mechanic, and a Red Seal electrician. We cover all kinds of products and topics in an approachable way for the average everyday person. I'm glad you found us. Now the coolest thing about this spoiler, it's not just your typical Tesla Model Y spoiler. It's a little bit wider right here, so it fits on nicer, but it's also got this really neat design here, which is an extra design element where it kind of drops down, where the normal one is a little bit shorter and it's just not quite as cool. I got the matte carbon fiber finish one because we wrapped the roof rails in a matte finish as well as wrapped the mirrors in a matte finish. So I think the matte is the way that we want to go for this. There are other brands that are carrying pretty much the same spoiler. I'll put a link in the description to the one that we got, but also if you like those other ones, go ahead and try those. I see no difference between them, but the one from Hansshow came really fast and delivery was not a problem, and it came without any blemishes or issues in it. It can be a problem for especially bigger items like this where the corners could be chipped or damage could occur. So this one came with no damage, which I'm really excited about. Now it comes boxed up in a box just like this. You can see the QR code there. We definitely know what we're getting. Pull it out of the box, you're gonna be able to expose your carbon fiber spoiler, which is right here. Normally it's going to be wrapped up in an extra protective wrapping. I've already removed that obviously, but it's also got this bag of goodies, which we're going to use for the install. Now inside here, we've got some blue masking tape, which we will use. I promise you we're going to use that. Also got some double-sided tape. Now I was curious about why it came with that initially, but now I know, and I'll show you guys as we do the install. It's also got some up-down stickers, which I don't think I'm going to use, but you guys can use them if you figure out what they're for. And that's everything that comes in the box. So now it's time to go to the back of the car and do the actual install. Fortunately, the Tesla comes with what's called Sentry mode, and Sentry mode allows us to record all of the activity around the car. So we're able to see the exact moment when my wife notices the spoiler's been installed. Let's see how many times it takes for her to notice that the spoiler's been installed. Now the first thing you want to do is clean the spot where the spoiler is going to be. We're going to use an isopropyl alcohol. This is 99%. I've put it into a spray bottle so I can just spray it on and then clean the car. Now this car is kind of dirty, so it might be worthwhile to clean the car first, but it's okay if you haven't, because this will clean all of the junk and debris off before we do that install. Now that we've got it clean, we're going to test fit and position the spoiler. So I have not pulled off any of the sticky tabs yet. I'm just going to put it roughly where I think it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to use a chunk of this tape that they sent with this kit. And I'm just going to tape the spoiler onto the car, just like that, so it holds it. And then I'm going to measure the ends, but I got to grab a measuring tape first. And all I'm going to do is just find a spot on the side of the vehicle. In this case, I'm just measuring the distance from the spoiler to here, and then I'm going to match it on both sides. So I'm currently at 5.5 inches. So now I'm going to go to the other side and check the same thing. And this one, if I go like this, it's currently 5 inches. So this means I need to send it that way about 1/4 of an inch to split the difference that I was out from one to the other. So I'm going to just go like this. We'll just pop the tape off, and then we're going to slide 1/4 inch that way, like that, and then I can just remeasure this because I know I'm looking for 5 1/4. For some reason I'm still at 5 on that side, but I'm at 5 1/4 at that side. So I don't know how that works. My guess is that one's not quite tight. So let's go a little bit more like that. And we'll measure this side. We'll measure this side. There we go. Now if I have a look at this, I get a sense for kind of how it fits in there, how it looks. Don't be afraid to step back and just kind of check out the fit and finish back there, and then come around to the other side. You can really see that dip that I was talking about. It's hard to catch it in the right light, but you guys can probably see it there now, where it's got this nice little dip that it doesn't have on the factory one. Same on this side, and it sticks out a lot further. So that's a really mean looking look. So now we know where it's gonna go. So now all I'm gonna do is take some more of this tape and just mark the edges here. And I'm gonna leave a little tab so I can pull that off. And I'm just marking how exactly this spoiler is supposed to fit on here, like that, so that I've got something to line up to on both sides. The next thing I'm gonna do is just take a pen and draw a line on my tape, like that. Now, some people say, you know, get the tape right in the middle, whatever. I don't really care where the tape is, as long as the tape doesn't move relative to the car, because I'm going to use a sharp tool of some sort and just split the tape so that when it's time to actually install the spoiler, all I got to do is line up the tape mark, and I know I'm in the same spot as before. I've got the tape on the sides just to make sure, and it's good to stick on. Before I stick it on, I want to show you guys something, and that is the tape on this. So the tape is right in the crotch, I'm going to call it, of this. So there's a large lip here that has no double-sided tape, and on the other side there's a large lip here with no double-sided tape. It's just right in this crotch area, which when it sticks on, that's going to adhere right to this top leading edge, which you do want it to stick there. But because they gave me extra tape, I want to stick some on the top and the bottom if I can, just to help give it more sticky parts to hang on to this thing. So what we're gonna do here is open up this double-sided tape and see. I don't know how long this is. I don't think it's long enough to do 2 strips the whole length here. So we're probably gonna just do sides and sides, but let's find out here. Ooh, that is gooey tape. I don't know if you guys can really see, so I'll show you after. That is sticky tape. If you were worried about this not sticking, it is definitely gonna stick. Now I don't wanna overlap them, so where it starts to overlap, I'll just peel that off. And so that's our first piece of tape on there, just a little piece. And then I'm gonna put, I think I got room to put it right up and around there, so that's what I'm gonna do. Don't be afraid to do this in pieces, and it'll make sense in a minute when I tell you guys how we're gonna actually attach this. Okay, now you can see we've got more tape on there, and all we're gonna do is prep this by peeling a little corner of each of the pieces of tape, just the backing for it, off of here, just like this. So I've got a little tab hanging down. I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm using the edge of my extremely dangerously sharp knife here. There we go, like that. And then we got the 2 main ones that were on this to start with. So I'm going to peel those up too, just so I got a starter. We'll use this guy again. Now, it does not look like much, but I've got little tabs hanging off on all of these. So now it's time to go back to the car and start the install. And here's what we're gonna do. I've still got my tape. I'm just gonna make sure all these tabs are hanging down where I want them. I'm gonna line my tape up. I got 2 on the top and all the rest I want coming out the bottom. Gonna line up. Oh, I'm lying, I got the spoiler upside down now. It's a good thing I had that tape on there. So I got 2 on the bottom and all the rest are hanging out the top. So I'm gonna line up that tape like that. I'm gonna make sure that that looks good. Make sure that that looks good, and it does. So I'll just show you guys what we've got here. So we've got our tape line lined up. I've got my tabs hanging out here, here. I've got one on the bottom as well. You guys can see a tab on the bottom, one on the bottom. I've got it lined up with my tape marks there and my tape mark right there. And now it's time to just pull those tabs off. Now here's a view you thought you'd never see. Maybe I'll put these on. You guys know making fun of my bald spot, okay? Now because of how I did this, it's not actually gonna peel. So I'm gonna just peel these off all the way. I'm gonna take my chances that I can get this right. If you only have one piece like you normally would have, odds are high that you will get it right. But I'm gonna go like this and just line that baby up. We're gonna push as hard as we can to get it to stick. like that. Same with the other side, like that. And then we can kind of flex up and down to get this to stick really well, like that. Now, I feel like I have a little bit of explaining to do. You see, the idea is if you just start peeling these a little bit while it's still in there and you peel, it'll actually peel out from the back as you stick and push. But the reason it didn't work in this case is just because I had 3 levels to it, and so it was binding on itself and then just stretching and pulling off. So in my case, it worked out just fine being able to peel it all off and then just go straight on. But that is the pro way of installing it. That's how the pros do it, because they know what they're doing. If you're just getting started with this, it's better to do it, pull it out a little bit while you peel, stick, and do it that way. Now, because I've got it all on here, I've got some on the top and the bottom and in the middle. So I've pushed it in straight like this, and I've also kind of twisted it like this while I pinch it, just to help get those corners stuck on there extra good. Now, something else you want to do is make sure that it's good and hot to get good adhesion. I'm up here in Canada. We're slightly above freezing, which is why I've got my shorts, my flip-flops on, because we rarely see the sun. But when we do, it gets just warm enough to stick a spoiler on the back of your car. Now I can peel all of my tape off. I don't need this anymore. And now the spoiler is completely installed, and now it's time to figure out how long it takes for my wife to notice the sweet, sweet spoiler. So there you go. As you can see, she was extremely ecstatic about the spoiler install. It's not easy to see. It's just a subtle upgrade that not everyone picks up on right away, but it does add that extra special touch. It's modeled after the Model 3 spoiler style, but it fits on your Model Y. So it's a great addition. Don't forget, if you do want to grab a spoiler just like this, I'll put a link in the description where you can grab the one that I got. It's an affordable price for a real carbon fiber matte black spoiler. Hope you guys liked today's video just as much as we love this spoiler on our car. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.